This quarter of SEN football, the Heat Strip, available now at all Bunnings stores. heatstrip.com.au.
Into their final huddles before they break. Key matchups today for Toyota Material Handling, Australia's first choice new and used Toyota forklifts. Visit toyotamaterialhandling.com.au. Who do you start? Who gets the first crack at Joe Danaher?
I think Tom McDonald.
Tommy does. He's going to be up a long way from home.
Yeah, he got touched up. He got touched up last year. It'll be just interesting to see how he goes. Maybe it's even. I see Jack Watts starting down there. Is that the back half?
No, that's forward half.
So sorry, wrong end. But the other Toyota Material Handling matchup, Del, is Hibbard against Orazio Fantasia.
Orazio.
He'll know these guys intimately. Will he give them a little bit of lip and work them over?
Just watching Petrarca do the warm-up, he didn't look all that comfortable on that knee of his.
He didn't look right last week,
the left knee, it looked very, very proppy.
Opening quarter for Heat Strip here. Away you go, David Schwartz. Available at Bunnings stores, heatstrip.com.au.
In the middle, Big Bell Chambers up against Peterson. He'll have to do a heap of work. Heppel going to run onto the first possession. He does, picks it up, goes into the left. Good work. Got the kick away. It's going to go up and under. Is Orazio there, takes it. Oh, nearly a good mark coming through Jeddah. Trying to stop him. That'll be a good matchup. We'll wait and see with that. Nathan Jones got the footy now out to Viney. The D's are away and they're working pretty hard too. Got it out to Hannon. Now they're moving it, but the Bombers pretty good here. Just got a couple of numbers back. One of them being McNeese. Under pressure. Good work here by the D's. Coming through was Oliver. Picked it up, gave it back to Jones. Could be hot. Oliver again from Jones to Jeddah. Brings it inside, attacking. 50, up they go.
Oh,
really strong mark. Taken
McNeese.
by McNeese again. Two possessions very early on for him.
He came into his first game last week and really acquitted himself well to McGrath. Cross defensive 50. His kick batted down, ball in dispute. Now Melbourne a chance. Salem had a look at it. Brown. They get a chance now to work it out at defence. Out of sight of the ground, nothing clean about that from the Essendon Footy Club at this stage. Melbourne getting numbers around the contest. They lock it up in between centre wing and half forward. Out of sight of the ground, will have a bounce.
Toyota Material Handling matchup. Joe Danaher, his direct opponent Sam Frost. McDonald playing up the ground, Tom McDonald.
Well, won't be a bounce. They throw it up. Salem gets first possession off that, kicks it forward. Kennedy Harris takes the mark, drives it inside forward 50, up towards full forward, beats everybody. Foot race over the back of the pack. Bombers have got the numbers there. Bagley gets a hand on it and takes it through for 8 behind first score. On the board goes to the D's. They've done all the early attacking. One behind Melbourne, Essendon yet to score.
90 seconds into the game. It looks like it's going to be an open, free-flowing play. They are just whipping the ball around by hand in particular, just trying to get a way, find their way through their defence.
Bombers kick it out now, up towards Bell Chambers, the big frame. McDonald, as you said, a long way up the ground. He's at half forward for the Demons as the ball goes over the boundary line, 60 metres out. Heavily favoured Essendon crowd here. Probably in around 40,000, you would expect, packed right to the roof. And they are out in force, the Bomber supporters. There's Lewis. He's got a little bit to make up for the D's. Gave it on to Oliver. They're running now to Viney, who's inside 50. He wants to centre the ball. 2-on-1. Where's Watts? There he is. Also Garlett. Good work here by the Bombers. Poor handball though. Jeff's there. So is Petrarca. They get it back out now to Petrarca. It's going to be tackled. Beautiful work there by Howlett. Wonderful tackle. The D's with numbers though. Jeddah. Now Vince on the left. He's normally pretty good, but not on this occasion. He hooks it on the left and out of bounds on the full. Good pressure here by the Bombers and good attacking by the D's.
Nearly 3 minutes into the opening quarter, air conditioning warehouse sales clock. It's all been played at one end of the ground early.
Gee, it's quite crowd, isn't it?
Guy, they're waiting for something to happen. Goddard drives it out of defensive 50. Outstanding kick. And the good mark taken out there by Collier, who got a nice little spring for a little fella, hasn't he?
I reckon he's been the best player of those that missed footy last year. He's been really good.
Heppel gets it from Collier, drives it out of side against centre wing, 3-on-1. Melbourne had the numbers in the air. Bombers at ground level. They're a chance. Collier into McDonald, Tip and Woody. Just feigned the handball, bought himself a bit more time. Collier goes inboard, the kick's errant. However, Lewis drops one that he should have taken. Salem was there to lend a hand. Misses Viney with a handball. Disputed ball out centre half forward. Melbourne have got the numbers again. Salem, good clean hands. Lewis doesn't fumble this time. Comes out to
McDonald,
Vince. It comes up to centre wing now. Jones to Garland at half forward. Got a bit of space to work in. Jeff, he's got a little shorty on, and that's Pedersen who marks at 45.
Really good run.
It was Frost, of course.
Yeah, Frost. He's playing on Joe Danaher. So
it's hard to pick him up in these jumpers, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's
Thanks, Ox, for the chop out. I saw his number, though.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
really good run from Pedersen, though. Playing
was.
the ruck,
I got who it was, that's all. So Pedersen gets forward, provides that. Listen, what he's got to do, doesn't he, this fella? He's got to get around the ground, be dangerous going inside forward 50 if he can. He'll be a bit hot or cold from the set shot. Comes in from 45 on that 45-degree angle and pulls it to the left through for a behind. So Melbourne continuing to do all the early attacking here. 2 behinds on the board. Essendon yet to score. SEN Silvertop Taxi scoreboard. 131 008. Why wait? Download the app now.
Goddard. He's got the black boots on today, Brendan.
Yeah.
Goes long.
Very rare.
It's going to be a good contest here. Hunt flies. Oh, he gets Danaher. Could be a free kick against.
Yeah, unrealistic attempt, Ox.
And Jaden Hunt, who's had a very good start of the season, gave away the free kick to Danaher. Now Heppel's got it. He'll go in short. Zaharakis is the man with it on half-back. Just held up. Melbourne got a good zone set up here. Back out to Heppel. He's racked up a few possessions already. Make it number 5 now.
Coming up to 5, Ox.
5 for Heppel. Centre wing. He'll drive it long up the line. There's hook up. There's jet up.
Good.
Good
Oh.
bloke. Could be a 50.
100th
How
game for
is that-
Jetta too.
Yeah.
How is that not 50?
Had to be 50.
Well, Hook has just slapped it out of his hands and no 50-metre penalty.
Yeah, Simon Overland, the umpire, didn't pay it.
No, he didn't get on that occasion. Comes in short. Gee, not the best. Oliver had to go down and get down very, very low. Coming through for the Demons there was Melksham. Oh, he's tackled with a bit of gusto too, and the umpire says, give it to me. Jake Melksham will be looking to have a good game against his old foe.
You can tell the Bombers want to move the ball quickly. Every time they get it, they're squaring up, facing goal, and just happy to hit a short 45.
McDonald up against Bell Chambers. Coming through. Not getting it now was Howlett. Gee, a lot of numbers around the footy. Bit of a scrappy affair at the moment. Getting his kick away there was Gleeson. Good work. Didn't really clear any room though. McDonald got it out on this occasion. Melksham and Oliver were fighting for it. Melksham fell over again. Umpire says, give it to me right on top of the 50.
Doesn't McGrath do everything right?
Yeah, he's a beauty.
Good player.
Brighton grammar. Toyota Material Handling. Petrarca's got a big job today up forward. Michael Hurley.
So not Chambers and McDonald again. Watson was at ground level. Barnes had ended in the direction of Howlett. Got a bit of time and space. Zaharakis.
Rushed.
That is an unbelievably poor kick. I don't know what he was looking at. Can anyone explain
Well,
what he
it was a poor decision. The kick was actually, it was a nice drop punt, but the decision to go out wide was terrible.
Need to go take the top
He
of the goal
rushed it.
square there. If in doubt, top of the goal square.
25 out from the Bombers' goal. Throw in. McDonald, Tom, Oliver got hands to the footy hooker, wrenched it out. Parrish, who started the bench, snaps an unbelievably good goal. Magnificent opportunistic work from Darcy Parrish, and the Bombers, who have been counter-punching early in this one, get the first goal on the board. Essendon 1 straight 6, Melbourne 2 behind. That is of Chisholm game and goal of the day.
Wherever you go, say hello.
Well, he started off in the same vein of form that he did last week. Spud, he started on the bench at Anzac Day, came out. I thought he set the scene in those conditions last week on the Tuesday, and he's done the same thing today. That was a great snap out of the contest. We just spoke about Zaharakis' interesting choice to go to the pocket. Well, when you are in doubt, you like to hit the top of the goal square, but if you can't, create a stoppage, and that just gave Darcy Parrish an opportunity to come through. The ball wasn't even in his hands, positioned right. He's had a quick snap, and that's a great start for his game.
And he kicked it on Oliver too, Nick.
Back in the middle now. Viney coming up it. Hunt's at the footy. Didn't have it. Got taken. Free kick. Umpire said it's his. Talking about Brighton Grammar boys. Here's another one. And Jack Watts also. Who's the best of those three?
Ooh, it's hard to call at the moment.
Sure, he'll be happy.
Hunt at the minute, right now.
Well, up they go, Hunt. He gets the kick away. Going at it was Peterson. Good contest. Demons at ground level. Jeff Garlett's one of them. Got it now. Retreats. Goes back to Nathan Jones. Good. Found Dom Tyson. He's 65 from home. He turns and goes on the left. Puts it to the hot spot. They'll come up at the footy. Where's Watts? Oh, he had it at a sitter and dropped it. Bell Chambers picks it up. Oh, dropped the footy. Didn't get rid of it. Coming through was Petrarca. Got the kick away. Viney's there. He didn't get it. Now McGrath wrapped up. Not the best handball. Jeffy Garland on this occasion. He's kicked a banana off the side, and the Demons get their first goal. Jeff Garland for the Demons. They had plenty of opportunities. And looking at the scoreboard, the D's 1-8. Essendon 1 goal straight 6. This quarter for Heat Strip, available now at Bunnings stores. Heatstrip.com.au, Spud Frawley.
Yeah, just half chance, isn't it? That's the beauty of Jeffy boy. He just needs a half a chance, and call it beautifully, Ox. Not a lot he could do. The only option he had was the banana, because there was a lot of pressure on him. There was no one to handball it to, and he just summed that up beautifully. Half chances. That's why they're worth their weight in gold, Del, those half forwards that can just nail those opportunities.
Particularly when you're putting pressure on the opposition, they're fumbling a little bit. We just complimented Andrew McGrath. Just a little fumble gave Jeffy an opportunity to get in there.
SEN Silvertop Taxi scoreboard 1-2-8. The D's one straight. The Bombers back in the middle of the ground. Viney to Watts, who's gone in for his turn out towards Neil Bullen. Puts it out in front of him. Gleeson hammering away at him. Neil Bullen cuts back inside. Tahan, who loves to run. He runs to 60. It's a munging ball in towards the top of the square. Off the fingertips of a few Bagley to Zaharakis. Squares himself up now down the line. Goes towards Collier. Gee, it was a beautiful kick. His earlier one wasn't great, but that was perfect.
That was unbelievable, that kick, because it had to go over the top of Lewis and it had to stay inside the boundary line.
So he drives it up towards centre wing now in front of the interchange gates. Over the back, Jetta had a tiny look at it, but offhand's out of bounds. They'll have a ball in ever so slightly. Essendon's attacking half of the ground.
Danaher getting double teamed every time
He
he
is,
goes
yeah,
to
and fair enough too. Jaden Hunt, I love his run, but just slow down. Petrarca was on then, and he just rushed that kick a little bit.
Watson, Bell-Chambers. Bell-Chambers farms it out the back. It should have been a free kick for Melbourne. And that's the way the umpire sees it. Tommy Bugg, the recipient.
It's going to be a tough day for Petrarca. A young player playing full forward without Jesse Hogan when you got Michael Hurley on you. That's going to be a hard day's work for him.
So Watts now getting mobile in the middle of the ground. He's in onto the ball.
Beautiful
He cuts
kick.
it inboard. Just had a bit too much on him for Vince. He had to feel for it. Green at ground level. Can be lively. Goes hard out towards half forward. Hooker's got to do some work up against two here. Frost and O. McDonald. Oh, brilliant tackle by Frost. Just stayed in the contest. Wins the free kick. Magnificent defensive work.
It was, gee, he gave him about 5 metres, but picked him up really quickly, didn't he?
He certainly did, and Joe Danaher was on his own, so saved a certain goal, that tackle.
All right, Frost, half back for the Demons. They lead by a couple of points here early on in the first quarter at Etihad Stadium. Up they fly, good mark. Coming through for the Demons there was Hannon. Gee, he got up high then. They're running the ball now. They're bringing it across the ground, but they've missed the kick and they've turned it over, and Essendon should score here. Zachy Merritt's got it. He's 70 from home. He'll go in short. Oh, it's a shocking kick. And Frost has cut it off in front of Hooker, and that is a wasted opportunity for the Bombers. They're away. Now they're off the D's. Hunt onto Vince. Vince on the outer side of the ground, goes long down the line. Good work. Found Oliver, and he's just held up on centre wing.
That's the worst kick of his life.
Well, he had Danaher short and Hooker long, and he hit the McDonald in the middle.
So Oliver goes in towards centre half forward. There's room out the back here, but the Bombers fill it up quickly.
Wow.
Another poor kick in through the corridor. Jetta, Melbourne have got the numbers on the turnover. The handball to Lewis is sloppy. Watts gets on the end of that handball. From 45, Jack Watts tugs it across. No, he hasn't.
Good kick.
It looks like it was heading right to left, but it held its line at the end, and Watts puts it through. Melbourne get their second. 2-2-14 the D's. One straight the Bombers. 11, nearly 12 minutes gone into the opening quarter for Heat Strip.
As we watch Tommy Bell-Chambers jog off the ground here, that was his direct opponent, Watts. It looks like there's an absolute message going out to the smaller ruckman of the D, saying every opportunity, let's push Bell-Chambers wide. Let's make him chase you. Let's go forward. See if he can man you up. That's been the second shot on goal. One from Watts there, which was a goal, and then Pedersen earlier in the game. He's got a big day's work ahead of him.
How good was Lewis's quick hands? He knew he was under pressure, just had quick hands.
Joe Watson gone to full forward. Joe Danaher into the ruck. And it's centre half forward Hooker now. So the Bombers just being creative with their forward line set up. Coming through Howlett, fell over. Dees picked it up. I'll drive it inside, attacking 50 again with another clearance. Hurley's good. Chasing him was Viney. That's a matchup that we haven't seen before. Zachy Merritt.
That's better.
Oh, it's a better kick. Now Joe Danaher in the middle of the ground. He wants to go. He might have been quick, and he got it on now. Zaharakis on centre wing. He looks up. He's got Paddocks in front of him. He's got Green shooting back to the green. You've got to come up at him. Neville Jetta will play the man. Good work, got the ball away. Coming through now is Lewis. Jetta, Green, could have been too high up. I said, that's okay. Give it to me, he says. And I reckon Zaharakis just needed a leader, just needed someone to come to him.
He had Parrish, Swatter, and
missed him, did
twice.
he?
Twice his decision.
Lower the eyes, Zaka, lower the eyes.
Spot on.
20 around from the Bombers' goal. Coming through, Parrish, looks dangerous, didn't get on this occasion. Oh, good work. Orazio! Oh, he's clever and he snaps on the left. And he only needs a little bit of space and he can deliver some magic. Orazio Fantasia, the second goal for the Bombers. They're on to 2 goals straight 12 points. Melbourne 2-2-14 on the SEN Silvertop Taxi scoreboard.
That's the second time in the first 14 minutes. We've been a little bit critical of Zarakis' inside 50 options. He did have Parrish on the inside. He went to that pocket, but for the second time they've got a stoppage goal out of it. The first one from Parrish, who created something. That one then, Orazio, who's just stepped back inside and put it on the left foot. He is amazing at creating something out of nothing. Orazio, who was fantastic last week, was probably unlucky not to win the medal. And then he started off very, very well again today. He's going to be a tough matchup.
SEN Silvertop Taxi scoreboard 131008 Waiwait. Download the app now. 2 straight. The Bombers 2-2-14. The D's. Good, sprightly game of footy starting to evolve here after a sluggish little start. Howlett had a bit of a toe poke. Pedersen ridden into the ground, in the middle of the ground, going to get the free kick. The umpire saw it that way. Gives it to Jones now. Jones just another munging ball inside forward 50. Good luck marking that. Gives the Bombers a chance at ground level. Magnificent work from Kennedy Harris. Swings out the contest. Neil Bullen farms it out wide to Jeff Garland. Can't take it on the half volley. Bug goes out wide at Tahan, who runs past to receive. Back to the top of the square. Gleeson with a big fist. Ground level. Howlett goes short to McDonald, Tip and Woody. Takes the mark, still defensive 50. Burst through the corridor, got a couple on. Watson's one of those just wide of the circles, middle of the ground. He's got Josh Green breaking for him. Goal side, great defensive work by the D's. Green still a chance at ground level. Farms it out to Hooker, just misses with the handball. Vince goes in, overruns the footy. Now he's got a problem, Bernie. He's sitting on the ball. Will the umpire cut him some slack? Yes, he will. Gee whiz.
Really good play from Melcham.
Very good. Desperate. If it got over his head, it was a certain goal for Green, who was running in 30 out.
He was lucky,
Bernie Vince dragged that in. He was so lucky.
He was cooked, I reckon. Melksham tried to hack it out of the stoppage again. Essendon working hard. Watson in the middle of that at ground level. It's not coming out. We'll have a ball up 25 out. Front of the Bombers goal. 2-2-14. Melbourne 2 straight. The Bombers.
All right, the clever players here are the Bombers. Parrish and Orazio Fantasia. Where are they? They couldn't get it on that occasion, and Oliver was the extractor. Free kick coming back.
Essendon.
Oh, okay.
Hooker's going to take the free kick.
You always got an issue, I reckon, when the whistle goes and the 30 players around the contest have got no idea.
And in particular, the player that has the free kick when he's just walking back to position.
Let's have a look at the chemistry.
I think Jack Viney for a block on Hooker in the ruck. He just stepped into his line.
Okay, and so he was the nominated ruckman. Okay.
We'll check it on the Chemist Warehouse replay BA when we get a
Hooker.
Chance. Not that we don't believe you.
Hooker, who will be kicking from 25, almost 30 metres out directly in front. Kicked the 9 goals for the year in his 5 matches of footy. Comes in and he might have sprayed it to the right, and he has. Gee, he got that down low and he just didn't extend it.
Came in quick, didn't he, Ox?
Yeah, it was
that was a speed racer.
It was a really weird run-up.
You've got a free kick, take your time.
2-1-13. Essendon, Melbourne 2-2-14.
Oh my God, Father.
It was on Hibbert, but I think.
Oh my God.
They've just made a mistake.
We'll have to check that again.
Yeah,
it was just a mistake.
We've just seen the Chemist Warehouse replay. If that was what the free kick was,
it must have been.
Well, that's the worst free kick ever.
It's a mistake.
And we get a new low every single week on a Sunday. I mean, that's a shocker.
Rodney Eard was burnt last night, wasn't he?
He's some phone calls coming.
Yeah, no doubt.
So Hibbert to Lewis as Melbourne try and work it out at a defensive 50. They eventually do. Hibbert gets the handball from Lewis. Little pokey ball inside to Tom McDonald, marks.
Getting the boos, Michael Hibbert too, from the Essendon crowd.
Now Tommy sometimes bites off more than he can chew with the footy in hand. He goes into the middle of the ground. Chance of a turnover here. Goddard went in. McNeese was good in the contest. Got it out to his teammate there, Howlett, who was taken high, and he's going to get the free kick against Oliver. So a chance to bomb it back in here. Goddard's going to go sideways and a little bit backwards, however. He does to Hurley, out of sight of the ground. He buys some time. Looks for Andy McGrath, who presents. And they can see a bit more ground. That's a poor kick from Michael Hurley. He's missed McGrath, who had 30 metres on his nearest opponent. That's a speculative little high ball. It goes in. The mark was taken by McKenna. Down the line. Mark taken by Gleeson. Handballs it on to Zach Merritt quickly. Again, they go backwards here. The Bombers concede him some territory. That's a good-looking ball. No, it's not. Too much on it for Heppel. Chance now for the D's. Goddard backing up out of side of the ground, centre wing. He comes inboard to McGrath. Gee, they're missing some wide-open skill kicks here. Another one that doesn't hit the target from McGrath to centre half forward. Green keeps it alive. Handballs over towards Parrish. Melbourne. We got the numbers, though. Jones shares it with Hibbert. Hibbert's kicks an absolute... Check the footy, for God's sake.
Something's going on.
Must be a bad ball. Gleeson goes in towards full forward. Hunt with the big fist of the D's. kills that one momentarily, goes out of bounds.
Joe Danaher
like that.
staging for a free kick. Just play to the whistle, son. Look, I think what Essendon, the kicking, they're trying to make the Melbourne halfbacks defend.
Yep.
Vince, Lewis, Hibbard, Melcham, Hunt. They're trying to lower it, but they're just butchering it going forward.
Mitchell, Lewis, I should say. I'm so used to saying those two. That is deliberate.
Yep.
Yeah, that's deliberate. He just went for the boundary. He got 60 metres. He got the desired result. Essendon got the free kick now. McGrath for the Bombers on centre wing. He looks up and they're in switch mode today. Every time they get the ball, they're looking to switch, and they take it across the ground through Bagley. Now the Bombers to Hurley. Other side of the ground now to Heppel. So they've gone from wing to wing. They're no closer. Now they'll drive it inside, attacking 50. Where's Green? He'll fly the
Get out of
footage.
the road, Green.
Didn't take it. There was Danaher. He came with a footy free kick.
Well, he got the free kick, but Green's flying. Danaher's 228 centimetres. Josh Green's about 120.
I think he stood over him when he came up.
And he got in his road. He ended up getting the free kick, Joe, but just know your role. Let the cobblers cobble. And let the front and square players front and square. That's Joe Danaher's ball.
Thanks, Ross.
Ross says that, does he?
The cobblers cobble.
Oh, very good.
Danaher will kick from 35 out. Pretty good angle for a left footer. Should slot this straight through the middle and hit the post. And it's hit the woodwork. All level here, 2-2, 14 apiece on the SEN Silvertop Taxi scoreboard. Nick Del Santo and Danny Frawley doing all the specials here this afternoon.
Been going 20 minutes, air conditioning warehouse sales clock. Get Melbourne's best air conditioning price at air conditioning warehouse sales. Ball driven out of defensive. Did McKenna in the middle of the pack stands up and takes a good mark. Then just misses Arrakis, who was 20 metres away. Melbourne surely have to punish one of these turnovers eventually. It ends from Watts to Kennedy Harris. He goes out wide to Pedersen.
Petrarca.
He's got Petrarca streaming goalwards.
Just get it to him.
Ox reckons he's probably, well, he didn't really burst away then. Long ball now, he's taken too much time. Petrarca's still there, had a good look. Watts at ground level, farms it back to Kennedy Harris. Missed the short handball, back to Watts, backtracking. Chance for Lewis, he goes for the banana, but it started way too far right and it didn't have enough right to left on it. Goes out of bounds on the full.
If you're going to get the ball to Petrarca, get it there quicker.
Too slow.
Yeah, they're too slow.
That's a matchup that I love. That contest then on centre wing at Toyota Material Handling. Key matchup, Arazio, the speed of Arazio against Hunt. That is going to be a fantastic foot race as this game plays out.
Yeah, I reckon close to goal, Jaden will be a little bit nervous. I reckon in the free-flowing wings of Etihad, I reckon Jaden would feel pretty comfortable.
He's got your old headband too, Jaden Hunt.
Yeah, he has. He asked for it, and I said, no problem. Very similar sort of players. Ball comes out now, it's coming through. Watts got the handball away. Bombers, though, they've got numbers back. Hurley's one of them, going back. There he is.
Good.
Jaden Hunt just building the wall. Goes short into McDonald. That's Tom Variety. Comes across even further to Hibbert. He has a look. He's getting pressured. He goes out wide and finds Bernie Vince on centre wing. So just moving the ball around a little bit at the moment. Bombers with all their numbers back. He looks up. He'll go back to Hibbert. What is Hibbert at? He seems to have had a little bit. Coming in for number 8. So Hibbert on half-back for the Demons. Well, these are just junk possessions. Goes into Bernie Vince.
It's not
10 metres away.
It's not a spine-tingling game at the moment. It's just a
they
keep
go in
it off
short.
at the minute.
Not good. It could be turned over. Coming through was Lewis. Good hands again. Very quick. Oliver found a space out wide and he hit it, but not really well. But he found Jones. Running with him is Hunt. Jones is only 60 from home. He's got players out wide. One of them is Petrarca, who's got the set.
Beautiful grab.
Christian Petrarca.
Just get the ball to him one-on-one. And they're going to have to, because no Hogan, no ruckman down there. They're going to have to move the ball quicker. That was a lot better entry.
He plays on, he snaps, and he's put it out of bounds on the full. Oh, no, it's just landed inside. Looked like it was going over, but it dipped. They're under pressure here, the Bombers. Zach Merritt falls over. Ball's trapped in. Umpire says, give it to me.
He's had a snap from 30 metres and the ball was landed just inside the line and dribbled away, and it's now 45 metres away from goal.
On the other side.
Yeah, no, it wasn't good. They missed a couple of opportunities. The ball goes high out of the contest, up out of the stoppage, up towards full-foot Hurley, claiming the mark. Petrarca had a piece of it. For a chance to bring it out D with a high floating ball and had to hang up there for a long time for Watson, who stood underneath it.
Oh, jeez.
He was lucky. Some of the kicking today.
Lucky it wasn't 50 as well. You can't come from behind the play to man up the mark if you're running through that 5 metre zone.
Exactly. Watson was waiting for something, I reckon, from the umpire, and it wasn't forthcoming. He goes short to McKenna, who marks in the corridor around the body. Another shocking kick. He was looking for Goddard. Ball comes off to D. He's got a couple of one-on-ones at half forward. Danaher's one of them. Takes the mark on the second bite. 53 out. He's got Green in the square. He ignores that.
That's
he
horrible.
goes long and strong, and that's a wasted opportunity.
Can I say that? Can I say this? That was selfish.
It was.
That was
He
horrible.
had 2 options. He had Green that was out, goal side, and he also had one on the fat side out towards us, the commentary side of the ground. He said, no, I'm going to wheel back onto my left, like he did last week. But that was a little bit selfish. He had better plays in better position.
He still might have the medal under his jumper. Has he? That game's done, Joe. Start again.
No, D's bring it back in now through Viney. Then they got it onto Nathan Jones, who's still in defensive 50 for the Demons. Looks up the ground. The game just hasn't opened up yet. Now to Vince on half-back. He's had plenty of it too. Bernie Vince coming in for number 7. Goes short under pressure. Under pressure. Gee whiz, Jake Melcham is asleep at the wheel. He might have thought he was playing for the Bombers because there was 4 around him and he was in second gear. Didn't get out of that at all. He hooks it out towards Bug now on centre wing. Bug looks up the ground. Got a player in Dom Tyson. Tyson 75 from home. He's got leads coming at him. He'll go long to the hot spot. Watson's got the set. He'll fly. Up goes Peterson. Ball hits the ground. Good punch away there by the Bombers by Gleeson. Will have a throw in 30 metres around.
Some players doing some strange things in this game. Like even Jack was sort of half playing for a free kick.
It's their mind playing games with them, I think, because of the short break.
And they're coming 5 days and 6 days.
It's something to do with it, I reckon, with their psyche at the minute.
Up they go. Bell Chambers gets it down to Merritt, who snaps and just gets it out of the danger zone. Humps there. He'll sit
He's got play on.
He's dropped it.
Took a beauty. He got back up onto his feet and he's kicked it out of bounds on the full. I've got to have a look at this one.
I thought he held it.
Did he not take it? No, he's looking at...
Gee, he's standing.
Oh, no, he
dropped it.
It looked better than what it was.
And now the umpires are discussing whether it was out of bounds on the full. They're going to review it.
Simon Overland's...
They're going to review if it's out of bounds on the full or a behind.
Simon
How are they
Overland.
going to do this? How are they going to do this?
Well, I can almost guarantee you
Well, they go to
that it won't be great footage. Let's put it that way.
They go to the Piranha task force.
We can
and they
barely
just
get
work
it when
out.
it's in the goals, let alone when it's out near the boundary line.
The blokes in the video booth are going, oh, why are you asking for this? We got no shots of this.
Well, that's why the point posts are small. You can't...
We haven't got enough camera angles on this one.
He's just going to I'm going to hang on.
They should just ask one of the players, do you really want to be behind or not? Just be honest with us.
Look,
You can.
we're watching the
Chemist
cameras.
Warehouse.
So what shot have we got, Spud?
We've got a shot that... No
We can
one-
see it from here.
Stevie Wonder.
Review
Like,
completed.
there-
Umpire's call.
Oh, really?
He
Really?
didn't know.
Blow me over.
No,
It's a
doesn't
point.
know.
Oh, and if the D's get up by a point, this would be controversy.
So quite seriously, the umpire must have called it a point.
Yes, yes.
But he wasn't
Okay,
sure.
yeah.
So 2-3-15 the D's, Essendon 2-2-14 this quarter for heat strip.
Well, that's a minute of our lives.
I don't think they'll ever review
No.
an out in the full over the point post again.
Early drives it long and strong down the middle. Vince at ground level to Hahn, who nearly took the mark of the year, even though it wasn't the mark of the year, and he didn't take it anyway. Petrarca at 60.
Little
takes
legs
the
for
mark.
Petrarca, doesn't he? Little stocky legs.
He could be the best number 5 Melbourne's ever had by the end of his career.
Good hit.
Short ball into Tyson, who takes the mark.
Bit
35 out,
disrespectful there, Andy.
directly in front.
Brock McLean won't be happy.
Well, that's a very good point.
And Earl Spalding.
Yeah.
That's a very good point.
Duke of Earl.
Two great
Duke.
Carlton men, by the way.
Yeah.
One become a premiership
He's
player.
trained off
Yes,
of it
he
a little
did.
bit at the moment too, Duke. Oh, yeah,
Is he really?
he's got Chiefs disease. Oh, yeah, he's
No neck.
just forgets to say no at the dinner table.
So Tyson will kick from 40 out directly in front. Not his strongest part of his game, Dom Tyson, and that sort of drifts across the face
That's
of
a
goal and
bad
goes
miss.
through for a behind.
That's a
2-3,
really bad miss.
2-4, 16 Melbourne, 2-2. 14 Essendon on the SEN Silvertop Taxi scoreboard.
Well, they bring it back in now. Hurley's got it, and he's just inside the forward pocket. He's hemmed up too, so he's just going to have to go long down the line. Joe Danaher's there. He'll fly from behind. He can take a hanger here. Joey! Oh, he got up a mile too. Didn't quite get a good punch away for the Bombers there. Gleeson. He retreats, goes back to McGrath. Now Merritt. He'll go in short. Good kick. Now the Bombers might be able to get out through McNeese. Out wide. Good running here. I think it's Collier. It is Collier on the outer side of the ground. In short. Working really hard. McKenna. They're in the centre. Needing options to come up. Not the greatest kick coming through was Petrarca.
Well,
Not
Petrarca.
the one from Zaharakis. And we'll have a throw in on centre wing.
The Dons have scored one behind from 19 turnovers compared to the D's. 2 goals, 2 from 17.
Yeah.
So they're getting no reward, the Dons, when they turn the ball over. One behind.
They're
One
both
behind.
turning it over.
He's thrown back in now. It is turnover city here. Dom Tyson fumbled. Not good. Now they'll pick it up through Viney. He just goes because they didn't go at him. And he takes off and he drives inside, attacking 50. Watts comes up at the footy, pushes his player out of the way. He's got help too. He's just got to pick it up, Jack. He did. He got around one and he got nailed.
Great stuff.
Oh, it's a good tackle there on Jack Watts, and he only had to pick it up the first time. And Matty D, beautiful tackle as the first quarter's just about to finish.
There you go.
Gee, that's one for
mistakes.
that is not one for the highlights reel that quarter. Melbourne 2-2, 2-4-16 to Essendon 2-2-14.
Parrish and Fantasia, the goal kickers for the Bombers. Garlett and Watts, the single goal kickers for Melbourne. That quarter for Heat Strip, not one that we'll be reflecting on with a great deal of enthusiasm. I wouldn't imagine we'll come back on the other side of the debate to get the thoughts of Danny Frawley and Nick Del Santo, checking with Brett Anderson downstairs. 11:16 SEN footy. Melbourne by 2 points at quarter time. Brought to you by Toyota's Good for Footy program, proud supporters of local legends everywhere. And Subway, the Angus beef patty sub from Subway, available participating Subway restaurants.